One. Today I will discuss different types of web attacks based on their methods and real world cases. So first we have SQL injection. Attackers insert malicious SQL code into input fields to access, modify, or delete database content. So the real world case here is the TokTok and on 2015. Attackers exploited SQL injection flows and access customer data. The impact is the data breach, data loss, or manipulation. Second is the cross-site scripting or the XSS. Attackers inject malicious scripts into websites. The script runs in the user's browser. The real-world case is the Twitter on 2009. The XSS worms were spread that stole user cookies and compromised accounts. We have a third one is the CSRF or the cross-site request forgery. Tricks allowing users into performing an unwanted action on a web application. The real-world case here is on 2012 the GitHub. The CSRF vulnerability allowed attackers to take control of user accounts. So the fourth one is the broken access control. Attackers access restricted pages, files, or functions they are not authorized to access. The real world case here is on 2019 Facebook. There was a bug allowed attackers to access user tokens and take over accounts. And the fifth one is the vulnerable outdated components. Attackers exploited known vulnerabilities in old libraries, plugins, or frameworks that haven't been updated. The real world case here is in 2017, the Equifax exploited an unpatched Apache Struts vulnerability exposing 147 million records. Of course, the data breach is compromised. And the sixth is the security misconfiguration. Incorrect configuration of servers, databases, or cloud settings leads gaps to attackers. The real world example, the real world case here is the Capital One on 2019. The misconfigured AWS firewall allowed attackers to access sensitive data. So the impact here is, of course, the data exposure. Attackers know the attackers have unauthorized access to the servers. Seven is the command injection. Attackers execute system commands through vulnerable input fields. The real-world case here is the Movie Star Planet on 2019. A command injection flow allowed attackers to take servers offline. Of course, the impact is the server was compromised, the data theft, and the system damage. The eighth is file inclusion or LFR or RFI. Attackers include external or local files to access sensitive files or execute code. The real-world case, WordPress and various plugins, the LFI vulnerabilities allowed attackers to access sensitive system files. The impact is the data disclosure, execution of malicious code. The ninth is the DDoS or denial of server or DOS. Attackers flood a website or server with traffic to make it unavailable. The real-world case is the DNS on 2016. The DDoS attack took down major websites like Twitter, Netflix, and Reddit. Downtime, financial loss, and reputation damage. We have tenth is the web scheming or the malicious script injection. Attackers inject malicious JavaScript into payment pages to steal card data. Real-world case is the British Airways 2018. Attackers skimmer injected GS into checkout page and stole card data. Of course, the impact here is the financial loss and card fraud. And brute force attack 11. Attackers try many username password combination until they find the correct one. The real world case here is on many WordPress sites. On the many WordPress sites, the brute force logins are a top cause of site compromise. The impact is of course the account takeover, and unauthorized access. And the last one is the business logic abuse. Attackers exploit flaws in business logic to bypass